Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. As I wiped down the dusty shelves of our living room, a faint glow caught my eye. The autumn sunlight had crept through the window, illuminating an object hidden behind an array of photo albums on the top shelf. Curious, I reached up, my fingers brushing against the cool metal of a small, elegantly wrapped box. It was unusual to find something so delicately packaged amidst the clutter we seldom touched. My name wasn't on it. The wrapping was meticulous, the kind of attention to detail that suggested it was meant for a special occasion. "Honey, what's this?" I called out, turning towards the kitchen where Emily was preparing our afternoon tea. "What's what, Mark?" Her voice floated back, light and unconcerned. I approached her, the mysterious box in hand. "This gift, I found it hidden away. Is it something you forgot about?" I watched her closely, looking for any flicker of recognition or unease. Emily dried her hands on a towel, her brow furrowing slightly as she took the box from me. "Oh, I don't remember this. Maybe one of our friends left it here." Her attempt at nonchalance didn't quite reach her eyes. "Why don't we see what's inside?" I suggested, my curiosity deepening by her hesitant tone. Together, we pulled off the ribbon and lifted the lid. Inside, nestled on a cushion of velvet, lay a silver bracelet, its surface engraved with the words, "Only yours." The craftsmanship was exquisite, the kind of luxury item Emily loved but we seldom could afford. "It's beautiful," Emily whispered, her fingers hesitating over the bracelet before she snapped the box shut. "But I honestly don't remember buying this, Mark. It must be a mistake." "A mistake?" I echoed, the word hanging between us heavily. "Yeah, maybe it's from one of the jewelry stores I browsed last month. They might have sent it as a promotion," she explained quickly, placing the box on the counter, pushing it towards me. I picked it up again, weighing her words against the unease in my gut. "Or maybe it's a gift you forgot to give away." I watched her face for any sign of deceit. She met my gaze steadily, her expression calm. "Mark, why would I hide a gift? You know everything I do." I wanted to believe her, but as I turned the bracelet over in my hand, reading the inscription again, doubt gnawed at me. The moment stretched thin between us. Later that day, with Emily out for her weekly yoga class, I couldn't shake the unease that had settled over me. Driven by a mixture of suspicion and dread, I searched online for clues about the bracelet. It didn't take long to find it on the website of a high-end jeweler. The description confirmed it was not a promotional item but a bespoke piece, typically bought for romantic occasions. With a growing sense of betrayal, I called the store, posing as a potential buyer interested in similar items. "It's one of our exclusives," the salesperson shared, "often personalized for significant others." Was it a gift? "We can't disclose purchaser details, but it's quite a popular choice for anniversaries or intimate celebrations." The room spun slightly as I hung up. An intimate celebration? Not for me. The truth was as clear as the engraving on that silver band. Emily, my wife of 10 years, had a secret. A secret etched in silver, hidden behind smiles and supposed forgetfulness. What was meant to be a simple cleaning day had unearthed a lie so profound that it threatened everything I believed about our life together. Now, I had to decide what to do with this unwelcome truth. After a restless night filled with turning and doubts, I find myself pacing the kitchen early the next morning. The bracelet rests ominously on the table, a token of betrayal under the harsh kitchen lights. Emily is still asleep, unaware of the storm brewing just one floor below. My mind is a whirlwind of anger and hurt, but I need answers, and there's only one person who can provide them. The sound of footsteps alerts me to Emily's descent. She appears at the kitchen entrance, her hair tousled from sleep, a wary smile on her lips as she notices the bracelet on the table between us. "Mark, have you been up all night?" Her voice is tinged with concern, but her eyes dart nervously to the silver band. I take a deep breath, steadying my voice. We need to talk about this, Emily. I know it wasn't a promotional item. This bracelet is too specific, too personal. Her face pales. Mark, Please, just tell me the truth. The room fills with a heavy silence before she finally speaks. It was a gift from someone at work, she confesses, her voice barely above a whisper. Who, Emily? Who thought they could give you something so intimate? My voice rises despite my attempt to stay calm. It's from my boss, Alan. It was a farewell gift. He's relocating to the new branch in Europe next month. It didn't mean anything, I swear. A farewell gift? I scoff, the words bitter in my mouth. Engraved with only yours. That's not just a goodbye, Emily. She reaches out, her hand trembling. Mark, I made a mistake. It was just a moment of weakness. Please, let's talk about this. But I'm not ready to listen, not yet. Anger courses through me, urging me to act, to confront this Alan who dared invade our lives. Without another word, I grab my keys and storm out, leaving Emily calling after me from the doorway. The drive to Alan's office is a blur, my thoughts racing as fast as the car's engine. When I arrive, the reception area is quiet, the usual buzz of activity absent so early in the morning. I need to see Alan. Now, I demand of the young receptionist, who eyes me warily but picks up the phone. Minutes later, Alan walks out, his expression one of controlled surprise. Mark, what can I do for you? This is unexpected. You can explain why you're giving my wife gifts that are clearly not just friendly, I say, the words sharp and accusing. Alan's composure slips for a moment, his eyes hardening. I think that's a conversation you should be having with Emily, not me. No, I'm having it with you, I assert, stepping closer. You've overstepped, and I want to know why. Alan glances around the quiet lobby, then gestures to a small conference room. Let's talk privately. Inside the conference room, Alan closes the door and turns to face me, his posture rigid. Look, Mark, I admit the gift was inappropriate. It was a mistake. Emily is a valued member of my team, and it was never my intention to cause trouble in her marriage. His words do little to quell the storm inside me. You didn't just cause trouble, Alan. You nearly destroyed my family. Alan sighs, running a hand through his hair. I can't change what I did, but I can assure you it won't happen again. I'm leaving the country, and I'll make sure Emily gets the promotion she deserves. I hope you two can sort things out. Leaving the office, I feel a mix of victory and emptiness. Confronting Alan was necessary, but the real challenge lies ahead. As I drive home, the weight of Emily's betrayal and the need to confront her with what I've learned looms large. How we'll move forward, I don't yet know, but I'm determined to find out if our marriage can be saved, or if it's already too late. The drive back home feels longer than usual, every mile stretching out as I replay the confrontation with Alan and Emily's confession. By the time I pull into the driveway, the sun has climbed higher in the sky, casting sharp shadows across the front lawn. The house looks the same as it did this morning, but everything feels different now. When I enter, the house is silent. Emily isn't in the kitchen or the living room. I find her upstairs in our bedroom, sitting on the edge of our bed, her posture defeated. She looks up as I enter, her eyes red-rimmed and fearful. Mark, please, we need to talk about this, she starts, her voice shaky. We already are, I reply, standing at the doorway, not ready to step further into the space we once shared so comfortably. I spoke to Alan. He's leaving, and apparently, he thinks that solves everything. Emily's face crumples slightly. I'm so sorry, Mark. It was never my intention to hurt you. It was just a stupid mistake. Mistakes don't just happen, Emily. Choices do. Why him? Why lie? I ask, struggling to keep my voice even. I was feeling overlooked, both at home and work. Alan was always there, listening, making me feel appreciated. It didn't start as anything serious. She tries to explain, her voice faltering. And that makes it okay. I challenge, the hurt surfacing despite my attempts to control it. No, it doesn't. I don't know how it got so far. But I ended it, Mark. Before you found the bracelet. I realized it was wrong and I stopped. I pause, taking in her words. The room feels colder than usual, the distance between us more than just physical. Where do we go from here, Emily? I ask, the weight of our 10-year marriage pressing down on me. Emily stands, taking a tentative step towards me. I want to make things right, if you'll let me. I love you, Mark. I want to fix this. I need time, I respond, the words tasting bitter as they leave my lips. I need to think about what I want, what we are, or if there's even an us anymore. Emily nods, tears spilling over her lashes. Okay, take all the time you need. I'll do whatever it takes. The rest of the day passes in a blur of silence and avoidance. I decide to call my brother, David, needing a sounding board outside of the chaos swirling within my own mind. Hey, Mark, what's up? David answers, his voice a welcome respite from the storm. It's Emily. I start, the story spilling out before I can think better of it. David listens quietly, only interjecting to ask the occasional question. When I finish, he takes a deep breath. Man, that's rough. But you gotta think about what you want moving forward. Can you forgive her? Do you want to try? I don't even know, Dave. How can I trust her again? I ask, the frustration evident in my voice. That's something only you can decide, bro. But whatever you choose, I'm here for you. Thanks, Dave. I really needed to hear that. We talk a little while longer, his words helping ground me. As we hang up, I realize that while the path ahead is uncertain, I'm not alone. The next steps are mine to choose, and with each passing moment, I feel a bit stronger, ready to face whatever comes next, armed with the truth and the support of those who still stand by me. Over the next few weeks, the air between Emily and me grows even colder. Each day, the house feels more like a court where silent judgments are passed rather than a home. Despite her attempts to mend things, the distance only widens. My heart is barricaded with distrust, the shadows of her deceit lurking in every corner of our shared life. One afternoon, I receive a call from a number I don't recognize. Is this Mark Sullivan? A man's voice asks, sounding cautiously formal. Yes, who's this? I'm Detective Larson from the local police department. I'm sorry to disturb you, but we need to discuss a matter concerning your wife, Emily. It would be best if we could meet in person. Alarm bells ring in my mind. Is she okay? She's fine, but it's urgent. Can we meet at your house in 30 minutes? Sure, I'll be here. As I hang up, my thoughts spiral. What now? As promised, Detective Larson arrives, his expression grave. Mr. Sullivan, thank you for seeing me. I'll get straight to the point. We've been conducting an investigation involving your wife and her employer based on allegations of embezzlement at her workplace. I stare at him, stunned. Embezzlement? What does this have to do with Emily? He nods slowly. We believe she was involved, perhaps under duress. We've been monitoring her boss, Alan, for months. The bracelet she received was actually bought with money siphoned from company funds. The room spins. So, she was helping him steal. It appears so, and the gift might have been a way to ensure her silence or cooperation. We found out that Alan has given similar items to other employees he recruited for his schemes. The betrayal cuts deeper, but a different anger takes shape. And you think Emily was willingly involved? We have evidence suggesting she was aware of the financial discrepancies. We need to bring her in for questioning. As the detective leaves, I sit, numb, the pieces of deception falling into place, each one a hammer driving the wedge deeper between us. Later that day, when Emily returns, I confront her with everything. Her face drains of color as I recount the detective's visit. "Mark, I never wanted to involve you in this. It started small, and I was scared." "He promised he'd sort it out," she pleads, her voice desperate. "You lied to me again, Emily. This isn't just an affair. You've broken the law." My voice roars louder than I intend. "I know, and I'm so sorry. I was going to fix everything before it blew up. I didn't want to lose you over this," she sobs, reaching out to me. I step back, my decision clear. "You already have, Emily. There's nothing left to save here." I watch as the love I once felt is replaced by a cold resolve. The following days are a blur of police visits and lawyers. Emily is taken into custody, her entanglements with Alan unraveling further, showing a web of lies and corruption. The house feels empty, but it's a sanctuary now, free from deceit. In the end, Emily's deception was far deeper than just a hidden affair. It was a life she had constructed away from me, built on secrets and theft. I start to box up her things, each item a memory of a life that never truly was. In the quiet that follows, I find a semblance of peace. It's not the closure I wanted, but it's one that offers a fresh start, on my own terms, in a home no longer shadowed by betrayal. The finality of our parting is a harsh one, laden with legal battles and heartache, but necessary. As I drive away from the courthouse the day of her sentencing, I don't look back. The chapter of us is closed, forever, not with sadness, but with a solemn nod to the future and the lessons carried forth.